All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now headed on to the game 2 series onto the game 2 onto the best of 5 series dito. Cypem having that 1-0 advantage. So on to the bottom left corner of Everdream LE, we've got the blue Terran ExoBlazer. And on to the upper right corner of Everdream LE, we've got the red Zerg Cypem. Ayan na, nagka-trash talk na tayo mga kaibigan. Alright, so back to the game, nagkabiruan na kami konti. And since, syempre, this is a casual game, pero it still has that competition. So, standard opening. I think no cheese is happening as of yet. And yan, standard opening. So, we have seen the first game. Actually, ExoBlazer going in for that Terran mech playstyle, but beautifully countered by Cypem dito. And tingnan nyo APM talaga ng Zergo. Umabot ng 600, umabot na 700. And pag Terran, boo, you know. Napakasakit na ulo kalaban ng mga Terran sa ladder. Syempre, with Uthermal actually. With Uthermal actually going for that Terran School playlist, which is really strong if you watch that. Kahit beginner ka, kaya mo siyang i-execute. So, yun. Check out Uthermal and his content on YouTube. It's really good, especially if you are a Terran. Pero if you are a Zerg, check out nyo rin yung channel ni Cypem. Marami rin kayo matututunan dun. So, ang mga tinatanong sa akin ng mga Zerg is, kailan yung tamang timing kumuha ng third base? I think the timing is around 2 minutes 20 seconds to 2 minutes 50. Wow! Nagta-type habang nagpa-micro ng mga links. And I think, almost getting that kill onto the Reaper. Almost getting that kill into the Reaper. And as a Zerg, those annoying things na ginagawa ng Reaper onto the early game, syempre nakakairita yun pag Zerg ka tapos namamatayan ka ng links on that little skirmish coming in from that Reaper harassment. And fun fact, alam nyo ba na 71% of the games on the TVZ matchup sa GSL ay may nangyayaring Reaper harassment. It has some really deep statistics into it, but I'm not going into that anymore kasi ang importante. Sino may paki sa statistics kung ano ginagawa na tong Reaper, diba? But sige, let's dive into that a little bit. There's I think 40 to 50% chance na if you are harassing the drone line and the Zerg did not react accordingly, and you force yung ginagawa ng mga Zerg micro, yung ginagawang spine, yung ginagawang gas, tas ika-cancel. Una, they lose mining time. And while all of that is happening, the Reaper would be sniped down. Yung ginagawa ng mga Zerg na gagawing gas, gagawing spine, you may see it na parang, uy, wala namang ang galing, pero at what cost, diba? Una, you lose mining time, and you lose minerals as well. And onto the early stages of the game, you may deem it as a casual viewer na hindi naman malaki yun maliit lang naman, pero still the small things count, especially in the game of StarCraft. So while all of this is happening, Cypem already moving on to the middle of the map. So I think ExoBlazer will go for a bio timing attack, since the stim pack is already on the way, the +1 attack also. And with his composition, I think he is just spamming Marines at this point of the game. So the medevac's already on the way from the side of ExoBlazer. But good reaction onto Cypem. Pero tingin ko talaga, it comes to personal preference. Kumbaga, na if you want to go for Roach, mas safe. Pero if you want to go for Banelingness, okay lang rin. Or pwede rin a bit of both worlds. So, balik tayo sa laro mga kaibigan. And ito yung tinuro sa akin ni Cypem. This is a really strong timing attack. A rush coming in from the Zerg player dito. Cypem getting that surround. And even cleaning up the whole entire SCV line of ExoBlazer dito. Only 34 workers remaining onto the side of ExoBlazer. Beautiful, beautiful rush. Ayun yung sinasabi ni Cypem sa mga videos niya. Pagkagawa mo ng third hatchery, panggagawa mo na lang siya ng units. And you can just wreak havoc onto the main base of the Terran dito. No banelings as of yet. Oh, almost timing that corrosive bile onto the Viking. So yun, kung gusto nyo matuto ng mga ganyan, panoorin nyo yung YouTube videos ni Cypem. It's really good. And if, sabihin natin, if the Terran did not react to that accordingly, I think the Terran would just fall away. Pero good pressure coming in from Cypem. For a while, naging supply block sa ExoBlazer dun, and he is even forced out to pull all the boys. And I think at this point, he would just go for a timing attack, and Cypem scouted that immediately, and he would just go for a Ling run by dito. Would try and cut away those reinforcements, and siguro he would try and wreak havoc onto the SCV line once again. Not that much to defend onto the side of ExoBlazer, and I think at this point kailangan na lang ni ang viable option na lang ni ExoBlazer is actually do and force out an attack dito. Taking advantage of the low ground is ExoBlazer, but I think Cypem would just wrap around and maybe surround this siege tank line ni ExoBlazer dito. And here it goes mga kaibigan. Beautiful snipes coming in, and I think this would be GG onto the side of ExoBlazer. This Ravagers is just dealing a lot of DPS mga kaibigan. Pero no, GG wala pa ring GG na tinatawag dito. Link speed and the +1 melee attack coming in from the side of Cypem. And at this point, ExoBlazer is just pumping out kung ano yung pwede niyang ma-pump out from his production line. And while all of this is happening, Cypem is already making his way across the map. And you can see that huge supply differential. Napakalaking dagok talaga sa akin sa rank ng mga Terran. Pero ayun yung mga upsides sa mga ganitong klaseng mga community show match is that you see the certain play styles of the pro players here in the Philippines on how they react to something, on how they deal with something. So GG has been called. Cypem wins again, and he would be taking the 2-0 advantage